Okay, so I hired this company, JCKB Construction, to reframe and fix doors that were existing from another contractor. This is one of the doors. So the first thing is I told him, you can't, it doesn't lock. You have to push it in order to get it to lock. And if you can kind of see when I unlock it, you'll see it bounces forward. It bounced forward. He basically blamed the frames. This is how he left the outside of the door too, and the bottom. He did scratch the door, which I kind of put some putty on. The whole purpose of me hiring him was because these were my old doors, and they all had one blemish, either a scratch, a chip. So I went and paid $1,700 to replace the doors. When he was bringing in the last of these doors, he hit the brand new door in front and scratched it. So yes, I refused to pay him the balance, which I'm kind of glad I did because I found out a lot more. One is the door does not properly close with the deadbolt because it's not level, and I will show you that in a little bit further in the video. But anyway, this was also his finished door, which his nails went right through the molding. But the bigger thing is when he took these doors off. As you can see, I have previous pictures of the doors. He scratched that, did all this. As you can see, all the nicks going up the whole side of the door. This is what he did. They totally destroyed these doors. He did try taking them back to Home Depot, but yeah, I spoke to the manager. He said they wouldn't take them back because, the condition is just beyond poor. They nicked. It's like they dragged these doors. So these were purchased by the other contractor, but still to drag the doors the way they did, look at all that was not like that. They were perfect doors. They just had one scratch or something. This is just a horrible contractor. But I'm gonna actually quickly go to the two back doors to show you the damage that he did. So these are one is, he messed all this up. I had other pictures, but I cleaned a lot of it. As you can see, there's shims here, because I hired 2 Mexicans to fix his doors. But anyway, they ripped all this out. This was all completely finished. Expensive tile. They're about $3 to $5 each tile. Sheetrock needs to be redone. To hire somebody to do this, the front door, the other door, I'm saying inside work. His quote he keeps claiming was for labor only, which is fine. The only thing he mentioned in any of the texts was that the outside was extra. Never did he say he was going to do this to my home and it wasn't going to be repaired. Why would I want $3,000 to $5,000 worth of damage done and not repaired? But when he did finish the door, all of this spray insulation, I did that. As you can see, I filled all the holes on the floor because the drafts that were coming in were crazy. I filled some insulation over here until I can get it fixed. And again, this is another door that doesn't close unless you push it. You have to push the door in order to do it. And I mentioned that to him, and his response was that the frames were damaged. Not damaged. It was the frames. His framing was fine. You know, but I had two Mexican guys come, and they fixed the door. As you can see, the height of the door here and the height of the door here. They totally took out his frame and rebuilt it and raised the door so both doors are level. I told him that I wanted both doors to be the same height. It's raining. So I'm going to go to the other door in the kitchen to show, you know, his door. We were going to have to cut this bottom piece out, but as you can see, there's some debris because the Mexicans worked on the door, but as you can see, his framing is gone. They redid the framing. As you can see, they put a whole bunch of boards on the bottom to raise it. So, and now the two Mexicans already finished this door, and as you can see, they put something up there because now instead of the door hitting the bottom floor, which I was gonna cut out, it's actually hitting the top ceiling. But unlike the contractor that this complaint is about, they actually put protection, so if the door gets open, it won't damage it. But you can see the door opens easy, closes easy, opens easy, closes easy. Unlike JCKB, whatever his construction name is, the door closes fine, locks fine, opens fine, closes. But as you can see, it actually now hits the top instead of hitting the bottom. The bottom has plenty of room to where the floor is. You know, so the two guys I got now are very good guys. And the sad thing is for them to do all three doors they are going to be fixing because none of them lock properly. They're only charging me $900. These guys gave me $900 before I hired JCKB, whatever their name is. And I should have just hired them. Unfortunately, you know, this company comes in and they talk the talk, saying it's a load-bearing wall. I told him it wasn't, and it wasn't. When he opened it up, he said it was something else, some kind of balloon structure or whatever it was. So basically, he didn't have to build anything for a load-bearing wall, but he still charged me the same price. Destroyed the inside of my home. Nowhere did he, like I mention that he was going to be destroying my home and not replacing what he did on the inside. So, you know, they ended up getting paid $950 out of $1,850. And because I ended up throwing them off the job because they damaged the front door. And, you know, the Indian guy that works with them said, oh, you're not going to pay us for a scratch on the door. Yeah, the whole purpose of me doing this is because the doors I had were fine. It's just they had a scratch. I wanted to get rid of the scratch and get a perfect door. And they ruined that. But it doesn't matter. They did all this damage. They didn't clean up. I had to clean up after them. There was tile all down the back staircase. I have dogs that went down there, so I had to clean up everything. The whole entire deck, which I'll see if I can upload pictures to the end of the video. They just left everything dirty like a bunch of pigs. I would never ever recommend hiring this company. You know what? You're gonna get into a headache. They said that he told me he was in business for 15 years. I think he needs to change careers. But yeah, people just need to be very wary of this company. This is the work that they did for me, and this is how they left it.